Are you helping us tape up the van, Frankers? That's a very good girl. You having some supper? Okay. So, I don't even know. I mean, we've seen a lot of cars,
I don't
right?
even know.
Like, you know, we've seen some cars. We bought some cars, hey? And sometimes a car just, there's only one person's name comes up, and so in this case it was Steven again. So, in the interest of making sure that he never has a normal productive life, Dean found this, and
But it's not an official, it's not a Dean's Greasy Flips.
It's not a flip because Dean never actually owned it, but Dean found this and sent me a picture, and I said, whatever you do, do not show that to Steven. And then I immediately forwarded it to Steven. Right, everybody, you want to see a happy person. Probably one of the greatest days of his life. Maybe the last happy day, who knows? Oh my God. Wow, that is the Sad Bastard Award of the year.
Oh, we are insane.
Wow, nobody can touch you now.
You win.
Right? Lifetime Sad Bastard Achievement Award. Youngest ever recipient of said reward. Life-ruining nightmare champion.
Look at this.
Oh, that was the good side.
There's no rockers, there's no floors,
there's
no bottom half of the
There's some door jam-ish stuff.
Yep.
Man.
Do you like this?
What?
Oh, what happened here? Just everything.
Wow.
Everything happened.
There's words that come to mind, but...
Did you look under the hood?
Yeah, there's an engine in there.
And?
It's an International 345.
Okay.
And I don't know to be happy or sad that somebody screwed that back on.
I think it's all
almost
factory
worth it
screws.
for
Because
the-
they're on the corner of every single
What?
piece.
No, they're not. These
No,
are
those.
deck screws.
But these are on
Those are
every
deck
single corner of
Oh,
every
maybe,
single piece
yeah.
on the, it's so fucked, isn't it? But it's so awesome, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Man, I don't even know. Yeah,
I don't
like
even
it's
know.
it's
That's the
everything.
name of the video.
It's the most.
It's rare and nobody cares.
Yeah, except you.
Except you.
Except
Yeah.
me. I did manage to get this closed. It was not closed when I got there. There we go.
Show us the highlight. Oh, that is cool.
That.
Okay. Okay. It's
Monteverdi.
got buckets. It's got
Yep.
cool old buckets. Look at the gauges. Is
Yeah,
that
gauges.
wheel original? No way.
Yeah.
Really?
That's original.
Oh man, it's really fun being like, you know, I'm jealous, but I'm not, which is great. It's the best feeling.
Is this one open, Steven, or no?
No.
It's got fucking Monteverdi mud flaps, man. Okay,
It's
from now on,
It has a Monteverdi mud.
we're gonna have to have an award in your name now. How many of these do you think they sold in Western
I did
Canada?
find-
Somewhere
I-
between 0 and 0.
I did find a number yesterday.
A number of what? Production?
A number.
What?
And no confirmation on it, but 850
What, sold in Canada?
total.
Totally made.
Yeah. Between 76 and like 81 or 82.
Really? That's some low production
Yeah,
numbers.
Pretty low production.
Okay, that's cool though.
This is all complete.
This is all Scout, I'm pretty sure, here.
Sure,
and
sure.
here.
Yeah, look at the panels are just tacked. They're literally tacked together. See that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're tacked on.
Yeah, like everything is handmade. Yeah.
So it's a Swiss Coachbuilt International Scout.
Look at this. Look how that fence just
Well,
gets molded.
Yeah. It's
Look at-
all
Same down here.
it's all hand finished.
This-
Those don't look like they're from an international.
No, but like these tail light or the markers here, these are Fiat 1.5. The rear
These
tail
could be Fiat.
Yeah, this is 504 wagon, made in France.
It's not hit as bad as I thought,
No,
if
I
we're
thought
honest.
I thought it was hitting the back.
I thought it was hitting the back, so.
It's just so rusty.
Yeah, but the panels are easy. I mean, you won't be able to buy them, but they're not going to be that hard to make if you're Steven and have no other life plans. And it's rusty, eh? Woohoo! About 40% of this thing went missing on the bouncy ride home.
And yet the headlights aren't even pitted. Like, look at that. That's the best part of the car so far.
Oh, those are nice. Yeah,
Got one Bosch fog light.
yeah.
You can still buy this. Oh, it's
Yeah, that lower.
Man, what are you doing?
I think it's a 78. They were made from 76 to like
Easy.
81 or 2, so.
There's a dead pedal. That's a nice touch. Look at, there's the body in this corner. Look at.
Yeah, it'll need some rust work.
Do not tell your parents.
Oh, it's coming
you're
out.
driving it right
Yeah, as soon as we get it running, I'm driving it home.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is cool.
It's pretty badass. If we're getting it off, let's do that. And then you can get working on it. The tires hold air?
Yeah.
Did you get a look at any of the other cars?
I walked around. Don't try to even close it.
Is there anything else there?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing with this thing? Oh yeah, the old filling her up through the vent?
Tricky.
Tricky. Alright, that's enough to either blow it up or fire it up.
Oh my God, Steven is gonna run. Let's go. Stop.
It's something.
Pretty drama-free, actually.
Hold her
Okay.
wide open.
Do it. Stop.
There, yeah.
Oh.
Sweet. You got the nice wheel covers. What's this?
I don't know. It's kind of like a center console.
Oh, it's part of the vehicle. That's cool.
I don't know if it's part of this vehicle. It's
Part of a vehicle. Frankers doesn't really care too much about it. Frankers is not impressed by how rare it is.
Okay, go. Yeah, it's just not enough fuel.
Monteverdi test drive by the end of the day.
We will.
You may need to hold on to your seat, as in so the seat doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
Your results may vary. Look at this shit show. Holy man.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but you're right. Entry exit is much improved without the rocker panel. Hey, poopies, look how close you can get. Right, it's got an alternator gauge, so this makes me think, was there any Chrysler involved in any of this? No, these switches look very not
These
Chrysler.
Are, I think it's mostly international in here still.
Yeah. That's a GM. Hey, Ash?
That's what Ashley was thinking.
That's a
He was
GM
thinking
tilt
GM.
column, yeah.
Yeah. We really trust in this. It's
Yes.
Not.
All we're doing is
Well,
just
I'm
gonna
more
shake
worried
that
about
caught
it
in the
falling
rocker
right
here.
into through the fender. 'Cause there's just a big hole there.
Oh man, oh man. Like,
Going over. Oh my God.
hit it.
Okay.
Bump her up. She working?
Pump it up.
There we go. Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Carburation doing something. Oh yeah.
I hear squirting.
I thought I did too. Okay, hit it.
Are we sure? Still pumping pretty quick. Okay.
It's got to be
Look
something.
at all the fuel went in.
All right, hit it. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here's some gas. Turn the pump on. Holy shit, it's alive.
Sounds like it's
It's got a bit of a misfire. Oh no, it's coming around. It's coming around.
Is that a gas?
Well, I don't.
Wow, that thing's thirsty. Just
Wow, that was like a liter of
One
gas.
ketchup bottle only gets you a few minutes on this thing.
Wow.
A few seconds.
Well,
Okay.
that's okay. I think
Yeah.
maybe got one plug down, but that's it. It really seems okay.
No,
Like I didn't hear any clacking
Well,
or.
By the looks under the hood, no one messed with it.
I agree.
Some of it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome, right?
And I've never seen one.
Well, that's kind of, you know, if we're gonna play weird car challenge, like this is like the ace of spades.
Yeah,
Like you're holding the ace of spades in your hand. What do you think, eh? We were just looking at it. We wanted to have a see. We were gonna see if it would start. What do you think?
It would start. Start what? Looking like a vehicle? Well, hit the old starter. See if it works.
Right?
We tried that already.
No, it won't go. The carburetor's stuck. So,
We mean stuck.
well, the float's stuck. It just pumps gas all over the place. So it's got to come apart.
Get a hammer and just tap it a bit.
Well, there was a tapping contingent.
Yeah.
There was a few tappers, but I'm like,
Not hard enough.
What
well,
if I just?
no, I mean,
I don't really want to. I don't really want to take the carb off. What if I just take the top of
if
the
you want
carb
to take the
off?
top off, okay.
Oh. Well, what do you need? A screwdriver?
Yeah.
Canadian
I want
Tire
another. I
still.
want another set. Of
This looks like the rust that they get in, like, you know, the swamp countries of Europe. You know, like this is like Nova Scotia rusty. This is like down at the docks by rusty.
Okay.
I have
The
wrong
carb
size
is coming off, is it? You got all the screws out?
I hope so. Oh, look at that.
Looks like oil in there, huh? Look at the snot, eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a happy carburetor.
Oh, I guess not. Look at it.
That's why it was. That was glued down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Got her decrusted. It almost looks like that is on upside down, so that is odd, but we're gonna look into that. That just seems wrong to me, having built a few carburetors, but never this particular one. I've never seen an accelerator pump that works that way, so it's virtually impossible that that's correct.
This was just completely like this is just like a lumpy just a
yeah.
lump of garbage when I pulled it out. Like,
Well, what do we got to sundown? Looks like, ooh, you got about 2.5 hours to get this canoe running here. It's fun looking at a vehicle that was like, you know, we're looking at a car as the production numbers are so small that it almost looks like something, it's almost homemade. It's like somebody made 500 versions of their homemade luxury Scout, and it's essentially what it is. So it's cool. It's cool that, you know, I mean, even though probably in the end not a successful thing, you gotta respect the ambition level. Like, just to say we're gonna buy a bunch of international Scouts and get them custom bodied and do fancy interiors and try and make money at it, I think is, you know, that's why we have it, is it was brave and a bit crazy. And so, I mean, it's the perfect car for Steven. It's the ultimate Agent 7899 car. Like, there is nothing weirder than this in the four-wheel drive market that you can actually, you know, like other than the, what is it, the LM0002? I don't know how many zeros. I think there's only 2 zeros. Frankers, how many zeros in that Lamborghini 4x4?
can't make this up.
This is a show that would be actually so much harder to fake. I'm curious about the side molding.
Yeah, I kind of. I want to know too.
Anybody?
Who recognize
Monteverdi enthusiasts, side molding. Is it Peugeot?
How wide is it? How many inches wide is it?
It looks like about 4 or 5. It looks like a 2x4 made out of rubber. Hey? Yeah, right?
Does. A 1x4.
It's like a 1x4 painted black. There's your bailout plan.
Yep.
Get a 1x4, wrap it in a couple of tire tubes. It would still be more mass-produced looking than the rest of the car. Steven just noticed that these are actually blocks. They've just blocked out the handles with little, looks like they're aluminum. Just spacers so that you could actually get your hand in there. We're all kind of sitting here going, oh, Steven wins. Man, he come out of nowhere and just killed everybody at Weird Car Showdown. She looks good to go.
I need a positive.
The
I need
main
something positive in my life.
You're
How about
standing
this?
in the wrong place. Oh, there you go. Take it easy on my nice battery there.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Pump.
Yeah.
To change the sound.
Should slow down. There it goes.
There it goes. Okay, you're full.
Nice, man.
Okay, so.
Clickety click. Turn it off if you want.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh, look at that pump working now. Nice.
Okay,
Choke. You got choke?
hit her.
Coil.
Yeah,
Start.
yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Runs great. Look at that.
Wow, there you go. Nice job, Steven.
Nicely done, buddy. Very nice.
Oh.
What's up,
Hey, buddy.
boss? What do you think?
It's a fine used automobile right here.
Yeah, we were just taking it for a drive.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
take
don't
it
know.
off some sweet
Make
jumps.
it makes some sweet creaking sounds.
Oh, this is one of them newfangled fucking gas motors, eh?
Yeah, gasoline they call it.
Killing it?
Well, no. Oh, I was going to say, put it in gear. Want
You
to
got
see if it
coolant?
goes back and forth.
No, that's why we're shutting it off.
Yeah.
Let's put water in it now.
You're saying it wasn't even low on antifreeze? Not really.
What's on fire here?
Oh, nothing heavy.
Yeah, it might just be dumping
No,
oil
it's
on
just,
that.
it's not. It's just burning off all the oil that's been on there.
Ready home?
If it's a 727, put it in neutral for about 30 seconds. Oh my God, it's moving. Okay, we've been masking away for almost a couple of days now, and we've got our design starting to be laid out here, and pretty typical kind of graphic 70s type of thing we come up with. And this is what is getting silver, so we're gonna just start by laying the silver on, and some of it is not getting silver. This will not be, but we need silver in here, and anyway, there's a fairly involved process to get that going. But overall, that's kind of the shape. So it's all these are kind of following this, which is based on the shape of the van, which is kind of the signature part of this van, so we wanted to incorporate that. Some panels on the hood, etc. Ready to go, boss?
Ready, Freddy.
Close enough?
Yeah, let's paint her.
Okay, let's get some paint on it. First thing that we're going to do is put the silver on the parts that get silver. Then we're going to mask off some parts that stay silver, and then we're going to start putting the flake on the other stuff. So silver and flake tonight, and then tomorrow more masking, and then we'll start with the fun shit. This is just kind of put something underneath it all. How many rolls of tape do we go through? Quite a bit. There's a lot of tape here.
Quite a few.
So this does not have to be super clean because we are like 27 layers away from what actually has to look good. So we're mostly concerned with getting some background color on here right now, way more so than worrying about whether we are, whether everything is sanitary. Certainly the last couple of coats of clear will have to be very, very clean, but up till this point it's more something that we can just casually start putting together.
Paint her silver. What?
Not trying to paint him.
Oh yeah.
What do you think's going on today? Okay, we got a few coats of the silver base down. Now I'm going to mask the stripe in reverse here so that we can put the flake background in there, and then we're going to flake over this and the bottom of the van. Right, let's get busy. Day 2, I guess, and we've got this blacked out again, and we've got the bottom masked off, roughly how we're going to start. And the idea now is to just blow some metal flake on whatever is still exposed. So that'll be flake here in the bottom, on the outside stripe here, and in the background. Sorry about the camera, guys, it's terrible. In the background here, so that the stripes, anyway, the stripes are going to go over top of this, even though we're putting this on second, because we're trying to do this in fewer coats than it would normally take. Okay, You got your paint and toque on, your paint and sweater.
We're ready.
Got our paint and duds on.
Yeah, that's nice and clean. Nice
Thing
and
with
detailed.
metal flake is it's pretty chunky, so you're not too worried about a little speck of dust when the stuff coming out of the gun is pretty rough. And we are putting so much material on this thing, and we are going to clear it so many times with sanding between. So the idea here is we just have to get the depth of color on at any cost. None of this is going to look particularly good until it is cleared for the final time. So anyway, we're going to blow a little bit of flake on and just start doing the fun stuff.
What's up?
600 hours of welding and sanding,
Oh my
and
gosh,
you get 1 or 2 days of fun.
And now this is where it's all worth it, hey?
Hey, well,
That's a healthy dose of flake.
Too bad it wouldn't move like that after it's on the
yeah.
Well, it does a little bit.
2 generations of
you got
painters
too much on there.
haven't seen that.
Too much and it will move.
Tom should put the flake on. He knows what time it is.
It'll go down in streaks.
All right, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
There's a shot of flake. Looking fine. Not sure if it shows up or not.
Okay, it looks like we're going to keep taping up the van here. I'm not going to get any candy on it in time for today's video, but we can have a quick look at what we're kind of working on here. The reason for all the orange pieces of tape is that these this tape is very stretchy and it doesn't stick very well to the highly textured metal flake surface here. So it's good to just quickly tack all the corners and the curves down. So you can see we've been doing a bunch of that here. So the you can see this stuff can be a real pain, but it only has to stay down long enough to get the paint on it, and then it can come off anyway. So just having some fun with the layout here, not any particular plan, just kind of randomly sticking tape on everything. Here we've decided that the little stripe here will be interrupted by the S's every second time. You know, why not? So just beginning to lay this out, and you know, not really getting too elaborate because there is a realistic time frame on the whole job. Nevertheless, having a lot of fun. Gonna be lots of sparkly flake on there. Put it on pretty heavy. That's 3 coats of it, and really only like 1 or 2 on the silver because it's already pretty bright. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna keep going around it. Very little extensive planning here. This is all just pretty whatever we feel like doing at the time. So we'll see how that comes out. And probably another week of painting this, so I'd like to see it looking a lot closer to finished by next week's video. Hope you guys are enjoying the Boogie van action. Started sketching out a flame job here for the bottom, and that'll be kind of just kind of hidden in the metal flake on the bottom of the van, just to contrast with the more straight ahead stuff that's on the top. I don't do this kind of thing really at all, so we're just kind of having a laugh, see what happens. I am very happy to say that the Rover 3-liter has arrived, my sister's car, and you can see that my brother-in-law has already done a reasonable amount of stripping it down and getting the engine out of it, and the seats are out, and it's still going to come apart a lot more than this, but we've got a lot of the preliminary disassembly finished, and now we're going to walk around it and just see what we're up against for when we get the car up on stands and really start addressing the rust. Very little collision work to do, but a reasonable amount of rust repair to do. So let's have a look at a couple of the trouble spots. Oh, I should probably take this off of here. This was a test panel for the van colors, so we don't really need that on the Rover. So as for collision, I've really only found this little bit of a kink at the front here. You can see that fold there does not look like it's supposed to be there because it's not folded. Oops, it's not folded like that on this side. There's a little evidence of some damage there and some hammering, a little bit there, but nothing too serious. You can see some repair there. So this has all been lightly hit at one time. Unfortunately, that little kink is going to require separating this from this. Oh, there's the welds there. That'll be along here. So we can remove this brace, straighten the apron, and you can see that angle here is now an acute angle instead of a nice square 90. So this is pushed back a little bit. So that's really the only collision that I've found that needs any amount of actual thinking. You can see when we look from the top that drops away, and here it's rolled in. So we're, half an inch back all in this direction here. So that was probably just kind of ignored in the last repair. So no better time. So let's fix that. All of this is excellent, other than being dirty and needing paint. It is structurally, this is all really good in here. You can see that the subframe, the body mounts to the structure of the body here, excellent. These have an independent subframe, much like a Nova Camaro or a C-body Chrysler, with a floating subframe. In this case, even more so like the Chrysler, because it is a torsion bar suspension. So that's good news there. I'll see what we can see underneath here. Have a look. I know some people like to watch panels get built, so we'll try to film as much of that as we need to. So I don't know if the whole rocker needs to be done. Probably not, but certainly close to half of it. If you see stuff like this, and that's all garbage. Those are not blisters from the outside. That's from the inside. That means that all of this is garbage. Whenever you see that, it's probably garbage all the way back to here. All of this is no good, even though it doesn't look bad. That'll all be garbage. And then we can see the The inner rocker here. Let's have a look. Yes, this has all failed. You can see holes in there. So all the way back to here. Seems okay behind that, but may or may not be. So, yeah. Some structure to replace in there. The subframe itself, which we'll look at here, is excellent and very strong and still in very good condition, with no evidence of hits, no evidence of damage at all, and all of the corrosion being more or less contained in this area here. So the question will be, what caused that to fill up, and how are we going to stop that from happening again? It looks like the cross member has survived. So we'll have to really beat on this stuff with a hammer, but first impressions are that that is okay. Floor pan seems okay, but we will reserve judgment until we beat on it a little more. The A post, the hinge post here, you can see very sturdy hinges, and the post seems fine. This is all external, and when you scrape it off, there's good metal underneath, and all of the damage seems to have resulted from this just filling up with dirt at the bottom here. So that's good news, because this could very easily have been shot. Same with this. Certainly had my share of cars where even these aprons are shot. This guy here, at least from the outside, is okay, but it might be compromised from the back. So I wouldn't be surprised if I hit that and it blew through it, but certainly above there seems fine. This splash shield, nothing to worry about there. That is a little bit of surface corrosion and absolutely not critical. All the welds are fine, and you can see no, there's no rust jacking the panels apart. They're absolutely as tight as the day they were put on. So I'm not going to panic about any of this. This whole apron looks to be fine. This looks fine. That's a maybe. That's okay. The rocker's a no. The doors are seemingly excellent, actually. Look at that. Look at how nice that door's corners are here. That is still got paint on it. Very good. Excellent inside. Really good to see. All the rubbers and everything are, of course, completely decomposed, but the shells, the structure, as good as new. There's just no evidence that that's going to give any trouble. It's very strong. Good news there. Internally here, too early to tell, but not super worried about it. No evidence that the car has sat outside with the doors down or with the windows down or anything. So nothing to worry about there. And again, here's the back of that same A-post. Still looks fine. So good news on the doors. Well, this one anyway. Looks like a little bit of damage on the back of this guy. So that'll need a corner. And I think if we open this door, there we go. We'll see a little bit more issues in here. Here's a jacking point there. So that structure will have to be made sure that it's in excellent shape. Rocker, well, let's have a looky. Yeah, this is not great. Looks like we've got a similar situation here as we have at the front, which could be just it must be water coming down and sitting inside here somehow. So we're gonna have to sort that out. The areas immediately next to it are all fine, so that's a water trap that we have to address. And seems not bad in the middle, just at the bottoms of the posts, so probably related to whatever's going on there. Rear floor pan seems very good. So slightly encouraged there. The outer rocker panel seems fine except for this last couple of inches. So we'll see. We may have to cut this off to repair behind it, or we may not. We'll see about that. We can see that even a car that is at first glance pretty good is still going to involve a pretty fair amount of rust repair, as they do when there's, I mean, this car it'll be 60 years old by the time it's finished, so time to address some of this. Here at the bottom of the door jamb, a little bit, that's going to have to get cleaned up. Not a disaster. We'll just have to see how much of that is coming from internally and how much of that is just surface corrosion from sitting with rubbers pressed against it. Here's a little more serious problem. This is the latch pillar here, and has obviously filled up with water somehow, and so a certain amount of this is all going to have to get cut out and made up. So that'll be a fun piece. Might even, maybe we'll start with some of this stuff sooner than later and have a little fun making some panels. No need to try and make all of it, obviously, but we may make, a certain piece of this here. This is all one piece, this whole thing, and then it looks like it's boxed in here. There you go, you can see at the back. There's a flat piece there with a flange on it, and then this guy is welded down there like that. So we'll take this off and we'll see how bad we are in here. Doesn't look too bad. It actually is all, I can't even move it. So that's all probably okay. It is just filled up with water here at the bottom. Yeah, so a good thing to address. This is all kind of cruddy, but none of it's structurally compromised. These wheel arches, still really good. Tubs are good. I'm obviously not a Rover expert, so I don't know how well these cars held up around the world. But certainly not seeing anything here that would make me think that this is an exceptionally bad car. I do not think it is at all. I think it's actually quite decent. Obviously, there are parts of the world where you wouldn't see any of this, but as we've seen from the Monteverdi, that there are parts of the world where cars certainly do a lot worse than they do here. That Monteverdi's got to be from somewhere down east anyway, somewhere near the ocean, or possibly under the ocean. Let's have a look at the other side. Very happy with how it all fits still. Trunk floor, not crunchy, a little dirty and a little bit of surface corrosion, but not garbage by any means. All this is fine. I wasn't really expecting too much trouble in there. And same thing, the post is pretty much shot on this side as well, but it's actually a little worse along here. So this case, we're probably going to take all this off and this, and we'll have a very similar repair here, where we're going to find that, I think we're going to find that this is all garbage. Yeah, that could be worse. It doesn't actually extend much beyond maybe here, so we'll cut all that guy off, take all this off, and repair it here. So looking forward to that. This tub is as good as the one on the other side, so that is really good news. Yeah, I think we can see how water could get trapped in these things by these huge rubbers. Not altogether unfamiliar problem to Citroën owners. with the little huge rubbers just holding water against the body until the body fails. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on here. Sometimes the rubber's stronger than the metal, so we don't know. Let's get in there. Let's have a looky. What's going on? Woo, there we go. Now we got some stuff going on. I'm still a little confused what's happening here. Oh, it looks like there's a channel which holds this rubber, and the channel has gone away. And presumably there's going to be some work to do on this door skin, even though it doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, there we go. She's done. So we'll be making a good sized piece of this door, and that will be a fun exercise. So again, you guys let me know if you want more or less of this type of thing. I'm happy to film it, or to or to just film the dog. Frankers is having a nap right now, so that I can have a little bit of time here to walk around this car with you guys. And here we come to the last real trouble spot, and this is just any car really, not just this car, but most of them behind the wheels. That's where they're gonna go. So, what do we got underneath here? Let's have a look. Oh, this side's definitely a little worse than the other side. So that's the inner rocker here, or sill panel, or however you want to call it. It's a semi-unibody, I think I would call this. It's like a unibody with a subframe, so not a true unibody, because the front half of the car is still supported by a frame. Nevertheless, the body itself has to be self-supporting, and this is not supporting anything now. So that will all have to get redone. We can see this jacking point support here. That's all in really nice shape, even though the piece it's welded to is completely gone. So we will have to kind of reverse engineer that to all kind of come back together. So it'll be fun. There's never any shortage of fun little welding projects on this type of thing. So this will be something that we can pick at over the rest of the winter here. And car is going to be black. We're going to make it nice. I'll try and convince my sister to stop in occasionally and say hi, see how it's going. She's a pretty good sport. Here we see again this brace here welded to this apron, and everybody doing really well there. So interestingly, these cars seem to have some magic way of rusting down here that somehow does not rust out the pieces in front of those. So that's okay. And here, if we were going to see serious evidence of collision, we might see it. And nothing too bad, right? If you start seeing lots of kinks and stuff in here, then you might have a problem. And here we do not. We see that despite all of this being kind of cruddy looking, that all the welds are still tight and there's no rust jacking. It's really doing well. So there you have it. I hope you guys didn't mind having a quick look at the project here. I'm sure we will find more as we get going. I just wanted to, honestly, I haven't gone over it very thoroughly until now, since my sister bought the car, I don't know, a couple of years ago. There's a video of the car when it was still assembled, if you guys want to find it on the channel. Anyway, that's about what we're doing on the Rover. It's going to be here for most of the winter, and probably like to see some paint on it by spring, and mostly just concentrating on the rust repair right away. The car is pretty straight, so it's going to be some rust repair, and then a more or less typical bodywork process, and some shiny black paint, and we'll try and do a nice polishing job and get her all tidied up. my brother-in-law is going to reassemble the mechanical parts of the car, and his sister is a professional upholsterer, and she will be doing the upholstery, and my father is going to do all the woodwork. So kind of a family project. So kind of fun for my sister to have a bit of a toy that we all put together. So anyway, I'm going to go inside and edit up tomorrow's video, or today's video if you guys are watching this. And I look forward to getting at it here. Talk to you everybody very soon. Bye. It's Monteverdi time.
Monteverdi madness.
Any amount of Monteverdi, anything is madness, really. Damn, pretty good. It's almost better than new. It's backing up, oh my god. Oh, almost. It was. I jinxed it. Yeah. A regular contributor.
Same old shit.